Chapter 4. Breathe in, breathe out. In this chapter, you will learn about breathing, frequency of breathing, expansion and contraction, blowing. Factoid. We breathe every minute of the day without even thinking about it. Breathing is the process of moving air into and out of the lungs. When a person breathes in, he brings air into his lungs. Air has oxygen which goes from lungs into the person's bloodstream, and at the same time, carbon dioxide from the lungs comes out. This whole system has two processes. One is inhalation, which means breathe in, and the other is exhalation, which means to breathe out. Frequency of breathing. Today Anya went for routine checkup with her mother. The doctor diagnosed her with a stethoscope. When she returned back home, she asked her mother about stethoscope. Her mother replied that doctor uses stethoscope to examine the patient's breathing and heartbeat rate. If these are normal, then the patient is normal. We do not breathe at a constant rate. The rate of breathing keeps changing from time to time during the course of different activities that we do. For instance, the rate of breathing reduces when we rest and it increases when we undertake an activity. This is because we need more energy to do physical activities, and to produce energy we need more oxygen. Hence the frequency of breathing varies. Expansion and contraction. Air enters and leaves the body through the nasal passage. When we breathe in, fresh air rich in oxygen rushes into our lungs. The lungs expand and pump oxygen present in the air into the blood. The blood carries oxygen to all parts of the body. Oxygen helps to make energy from digested food. Energy is required by the body to perform various functions. When we breathe out, the lungs contract and unwanted air full of carbon dioxide is forced out of the body. The whole process involves a dome-shaped muscle called the diaphragm, which is like an elastic band and lies below the lungs. It helps the lungs to move up and down. On inhalation, the diaphragm muscles contract and pull downward, such that the ribs flare out slightly and pull the bottom of the lungs downward to bring in air. This is called contraction, and on exhalation, muscles release and the air goes out, and this is known as expansion. Blowing. Blowing is simply exhaling air. It refers to sending a stream of air with force from the mouth. We blow out air from our mouth for a number of reasons. Let's read some of them below. We use our breath to make hot things cool down. For example, we blow on a glass of hot milk or tea to make it cool down. When we blow on it, we move hot air around the milk or tea away from it. The air from our mouth, which is comparatively cooler, takes the place of hot air. The cool air absorbs heat quickly and cools the milk. Many people warm their hands by blowing on them when they feel cold in the winters. This is because the temperature of our body is about 98.4 degrees F, which is much higher than the temperature outside. Thus, the air which comes out from our mouth is warm and makes our palms warm. We put off candle by blowing because the candle burns at a particular temperature called ignition temperature. When we blow air on it, the ignition temperature lowers and candle is put off. On the other hand, when we blow on burning wood, we are pushing the atmospheric air towards fire. The atmospheric air contains oxygen. Hence, we supply more oxygen to fire. Oxygen helps in burning, therefore, blowing on burning wood keeps the fire going. A mirror or any glassy surface becomes cloudy when we blow on it. This is because the air that we blow has water vapor in it. When this water vapor touches the cold surface, it condenses on the cold surface and makes it cloudy. Children enjoy blowing to make bubbles from soap water. They also blow on paper after making some drawing with paintbrush. When a child gets some minor injury or a bruise on the skin, the parents blow on the injury. Do you know? At high altitude, the lack of oxygen in the atmosphere can cause an increase in the breathing rate. Limelight. Pranayama in yoga is chiefly concerned with breathing. It has proved to be a good remedy for most of the breathing-related problems. Keywords: bloodstream, the blood circulating through the body of a person or animal. Frequency, the rate at which something occurs over a particular period of time. Diaphragm, a dome-shaped muscular partition separating the chest and abdomen. Ignition temperature, the temperature at which a substance catches fire and continues to burn.